what I'm thinking is, how about creating a frame for wall-mounted television sets? So what I need to do first is take some measurements to find out what type of dimensions I'm working with. I also want to get the distance the television sits away from the wall because our frame is going to be that deep.
1 to 10, I think you are most bonita, linda señorita.
Get to the ground.
Okay, we've welded a couple of them in place there. We're going to continue with our design.
Oh, look at that. That's stiff now. All right.
Okay, you can do anything you want. You can make wide bends, short bends.
Okay. And if you don't have, we can keep adding to it to get the length
Correct.
that we need with some of this additional chain, right?
Right.
Okay.
So it's whatever design you want. We're just trying to put a few in place here now.
Okay.
I got no money, I spent it all on a big black Cadillac, yeah honey. Gonna ride, ride, ride like Kerouac cross country. 3,000 miles straight to the coast where it's sunny. From 1 to 10, I think you are most bonita, linda señorita.
Another way to remove your paint is to use paint stripper. Now, you can use a spray stripper, but what I prefer to use is this liquid stripper that I can pour in a cup and then puddle it onto my piece. It gives me more control over how I remove the paint, and it gives me a little bit deeper break, which is what I like. You can see how that's really bubbled up now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and scrape it away.
Gypsy queen.
But rewiring this old lighting is actually very, very easy, and you can use it as lighting once again. All you need to do is go to any home improvement store and get yourself some of this lamp cord wire, and you can purchase it in a variety of different lengths. And you'll notice this cord comes apart, it's split down the middle, and that's because one side of the wire is your neutral and the other side is your hot. And an easy way to tell that, most of your lamp cord has lettering on one side, and that is always the hot side, and then the other side is neutral. Now, to make our cuts, we're gonna use the circular saw, and I have a metal cutoff blade installed there, and it does an awesome job of cutting through these metal signs. And I'm gonna cut to the outside of my line because I don't wanna come up short when I go to cover my cupboard door. Make a good looking cupboard front. Now what we need to do is smooth down these edges. We don't want any sharp edges on the outside of our cupboard. And to do that, I'm gonna use just a 4.5 inch grinder, and I'm just gonna go over the front side and the back side lightly to get it smooth.
The best sunny side, and oh, we toast and I tell them from 1 to 10, I think you are most bonita, linda señorita. Why you wanna see how far I
I think we're gonna wanna check level as we go around before we add our second row. So Paul, if you wanna grab the level there. That looks
too bad.
pretty good. Who'd have thought building a wall was so easy, especially when you have friends. I don't know whether I'd want to be doing this job by myself. And the thing with using old lumber is that you usually have to do a bit of prep work before you can actually work with it. For instance, I want to use the boards off of this old fencing to create the bottom base for our desk. So what I first need to do is take this fence apart and disassemble things, and then remove any of the nails or any hardware before I can even start working with it. And the 2 reclaimed doors are all we need to create the body of the desk. And the doors we're working with are 80 inches long, and we're gonna use every inch of this door. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut down my door using the circular saw, and then we're gonna piece the 4 sides together very easily using a pocket hole jig. Beautiful. Put the other one out here and do the same thing. We don't need to concern ourselves about what it looks like because this is the underside of our vanity. But since this tool bench is such a thick, solid piece of wood, we needed to route out enough area to give us the depth we need for the threads on our faucet, as well as the threads of the tailpiece to our sink. You can see how that comes through nicely now. We also needed to give ourselves enough room for our channel locks to get in there to be able to tighten things down. I think we've done all the revisions we need to make to all of these pieces, and it's time to install.
Tonight, for all I know, I couldn't be king if you would only be mine.
And as you can see, the island is a great addition to the closet because it opens up even more storage options. Since we left this backside open, you have all of this space underneath. You could even come in and install hooks all the way around the outside to hang your accessories like ties or belts or jewelry. And having a tabletop surface like this gives you an excellent place to pack a suitcase, fold your clothes, or even lay things out for the next day. It's pretty cool to see what a discarded pile of lumber and trim work can be turned into in one day. Not only can you give yourself a fabulous closet to hang all of your things in, it's also a room you kind of look forward to hanging out in.
If you would only